Mark in Valley, Washington. Hey, Mark, what's up?
Hi, Tom. I don't think it's, well, that's part of it. Trump's insanity and his criminality wouldn't be this horrendous if it wasn't for a complicit, compliant Republican Party.
Yeah, you're right. And if it wasn't for a bunch of right-wing billionaires who have funded the rise of a Republican Party that is on bended knee to the fossil fuel and big and pharma and the big industrial interests and the banking and whatnot, all at the expense of the average person. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent point.
Definitely.
Mark. Yeah, excellent point. Thanks a lot for the call. Ed in Klamath Falls, Oregon. Hey, Ed, what's up?
Hi, Tom.
Hey,
I
Ed.
think you're missing the big picture altogether.
Okay, what's that?
I think that we're replaying the 20s and the 30s. The rise of fascism is caused by the bankruptcies of governments around the world, and governments don't go to the World Bank with the hat in hand and go, I'm bankrupt, can I please borrow some money? They don't declare bankruptcy. What large governments with powerful armies do is they declare war. We're about to go into World War III. That's what's happening right now.
I absolutely agree with you, Ed. And in fact, that's the essential premise of my book, The Crash of 2016. I absolutely agree. And, serious economic depressions typically lead to wars. The great crash of 1856 right to the Civil War, the great crash of 1770 to the American Revolution, the crash of 1929 to World War II. And they're all about 80 years apart. I am very concerned. Especially given who's in the White House right now. And I'm not just talking about Trump. Ed, excellent point. Thank you. Jesse in Miami. Hey, Jesse, what's up?
Hey, hi, Tom. Hey, Trump is talking about firing the federal chief, the chairman.
Yeah, Jerome Powell, the chair of the Fed, yeah.
And it just gives me to thinking when, Cheney was saying, like, deficits don't mean nothing.
Right.
I think Trump is doing the same thing. He's throwing all economic theory out the window. The Fed is trying to keep a control on the money supply with, regulations, whatever they want to call it. And Trump is like Cheney saying, hey, you're going to slow down the economy for some interest rates, and you're going to bring things to a stop. Forget it. We got to keep things going no matter what. And when you say the Republicans like to be the Scrooge with the
two Santa Clauses,
taxes,
yeah.
and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if Trump is throwing economic theory out the window, they know they can't print money to bail themselves out again. So he's going to use the claim saying, well, we got to keep the economy going.
I think what he's done, Jesse, and I think that the Republicans have done this too, is they have gone in. The actual Cheney quote was, Ronald Reagan taught us that deficits don't matter. Because Reagan came into office, the national debt was a little over $800 billion. Reagan tripled it to $2.4 trillion in his 8 years. And we've been off to the races ever since. Every Republican president has massively increased the deficit. Every Democratic president has presided over an attempt to get it under control, because that is the two Santa Claus strategy. And I think that Trump is following the embrace of Reaganomics and the two Santa Claus theory ever since 1981.
The Dems, I think they could get it back by just being one Santa Claus, by saying, yeah, we're going to print money to bail ourselves out. Forget about your people who think, you could trick us into bailing you out and forgetting about us.
Yeah, I'm with you. And there's a huge reckoning coming. Modern monetary theory notwithstanding, I do not think that there's any way that the government is going to print $20 trillion worth of platinum coins and pay off its own debt. But that said, right now we're looking at we're paying over $500 billion a year in interest on the national debt. If the Fed fund rates goes up another quarter point, it's going to be over $600 billion. We're going to be spending more on the national debt, or as much as we are on the national debt as we were on the Pentagon a couple of years ago. And within a couple of years, we're going to be spending more than we are on the Pentagon. And I guarantee you that as soon as a Democrat takes the White House in January of 2021, and I'm hopeful. I'm not going to jinx it by saying it's going to happen, but if a Democrat takes the White House, the first thing the Republicans are going to start screaming about is the debt. And they're going to be saying, oh, we got to privatize Medicare. We got to privatize Social Security. We got to do away with et cetera. And God forbid another Democrat says, oh, yeah, okay, let's end welfare as we know it. Please, let's not fall for that old, okey doke. Alex in Milton, Washington. Hey, Alex, what's up?
Oh, hey, Tom. There's so many things about this president that almost boggle the mind to where he can't function. Like his rallies, which are straight out of Hitler's Weimar Republic before they put him in power. But there's a video I've seen of him getting onto an airplane with an umbrella that I feel is kind of a microcosm for him, where he just drags the umbrella up to Air Force One's door and stares at it. He doesn't close it. He looks at it like he doesn't know what to do, and he just leaves it in the doorway of Air Force One.
Right, I remember that. Yeah,
It scares the hell out of me.
I know. Or the time that he walked up the steps with the toilet paper on his shoe. Although that was, he was not conscious of that.
Everyone's
but I think
done that once or twice, but an umbrella just leaving it in Air Force One's doorway?
Well, and the thing about the toilet paper, what that tells you is that the people around him are afraid to point out to him things that they're afraid of him.
Anything.
It's like an angry child.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Exactly
I'm with
like
you,
an
Alex.
angry 8-year-old.
Yeah. Or maybe even younger than that. I think he's emotionally probably 6 or 7. But this is no way to run a country. Alex, thank you for the call. Anita in San Antonio. Hey, Anita.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, everything bothers me about him. But the thing that bothers me the most is how he's such a know-nothing. He knows absolutely nothing.
And proud of it.
Does. Yeah, but yes, he's proud of it. He thinks this is the most dangerous part. He thinks he knows everything. But what he does is he surrounds himself with all these people who have their own agendas. And because he's so dumb and ignorant, they're pursuing their own agendas, like the tax cut or whatever. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't have any economic theories. He doesn't know anything about the Federal Reserve. He doesn't know anything about what's going on in Syria or Iraq or anything. He knows nothing. So these people have their own agendas. Now, when he tries to take control, he still knows nothing. So he ends up just, whatever he feels like doing at that moment, or, like the drunk guy at the bar, he's just going to blurt it out, or whatever he hears on Fox News that morning. So, but that's what bothers me the most, is that he's so incompetent and he's so ignorant that all these people around him, who do know something, but they have their own agendas and I would consider them evil agendas, are pursuing them, and they're getting them done. Like I always, like the tax cut, for instance, or even the border stuff. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, and the pride in ignorance. I mean, there's no such thing as climate change, or clean coal is a thing,
right.
or this stuff. This is
the environmental stuff too.
This is genuinely destructive.
Yes, and once again, the people who have their own agenda with the as far as the environment are going to get what they want, because what does he know? He doesn't care. He's an empty vessel.
Yeah, and an empty vessel that Fox News has been pouring into. He doesn't have any understanding of really, of international politics or of economics, and so he turns to Fox News expecting that they're going to actually inform him, and instead they fill him with billionaire propaganda,
right.
Curated by Rupert Murdoch and friends. And this is what we end up with. Yeah. Oh no, it's terrible.
We saw that with the whole thing when the Senate had agreed on that budget, and then of course Rush Limbaugh and Laura Ingraham and the rest of the Fox and friends told him what he should be doing or what he should believe.
Right.
And of course, he's not. I don't know how if people are really afraid of him as much as they hate him too. The people around him don't like him. They have no respect for him. They're not going to tell him if he has toilet paper on his shoe because they don't care.
Yeah, I think, well, and that's my point. Yeah, absolutely. Anita, very well said. Thank you very much.